What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be how to tint your side marker lights using basic window tint. Now this is only 35%, but it'll do the trick and make it look a little nicer and a little darker. The reason why I bought this roll is because I had to do that passenger window. Was the only window when I bought the car that didn't have any window tint on it. All the rest of the windows have it on it. And I only got 35% because that I thought was the driver's side percentage, and it's pretty close, so that's probably what it was. I'm eventually going to get all the windows done in the car. I'm going to go ahead and get the same kit that I got for my girl's car, and it's already pre-cut to the perfect size. So that's 3/4 of the battle. It's not half the battle, that's 3/4 of the battle. As you see, this one came out pretty decent. It wasn't too bad. There's a little mark right there, and that's from today. I came to double check everything and try to get any little bubbles out or anything, and I accidentally nicked it with the razor blade. Other than that, there's a couple little bubbles around here, but it looks pretty good for being this junky Walmart window tint. I was going to try to do these back taillights, and that's what I started off my video doing, but because they got these humps in them, it's a pain in the butt. It's just too hard, especially with this crankly old window tint. It just isn't meant to do that, and it's too hard to get it to come out looking really good. But this is flat and small, so it should be a different story. It should be pretty easy. I already have a little piece from the extra that I cut off of the window. So first, just go ahead, make sure the surface is nice and clean. Get your window tint. I got some tint on, which does help and is better than window cleaner. My girl got it with the kit that she got for her car, so I've been using that. I got this, it's kind of like a squeegee to make sure it's on. It's an applicator whatever thing, and a good nice little razor blade. I like the smaller razor blades instead of a big old one. It's just easier to do it. So I'm going to go ahead, get it lined up, and I'll pick up the camera again in a minute. Okay, I got the surface all cleaned up, and I got my piece that I'm going to use sitting right on it. I just got a couple pieces of tape just holding it there. And the reason why I have two pieces of tape here is to figure out which side has the tint and which side is just a clear plastic cover that covers up the sticky part. What you do is you take two pieces of tape and you put them together pretty tight, and when you go to split them apart or pull them apart, which it may take a couple tries, you'll be able to tell which one is the tint and which one is just the clear plastic film. And this side is sticky, so you're going to want to know it, just so that way when you go to put it on, you're cutting it out for the right way. So I'm going to just go ahead, cut this out, and get it closer to the size I'm going to need it to make it easier to work with once I split it apart and it's sticky and ready to go. Okay, got the piece cut out, ready to go. Got it started to split already. And what you're going to do is go ahead and take your spray, whatever you're using, whether it be this Tint on or different brand or Windex or whatever, which I do like this better than Windex. Go ahead and spray it, make sure it's nice and wet, that way it's easy to work it. When you squeegee it, if there's any dirt or anything on there, it'll get most of it out. Anytime you're pulling tint apart, obviously it's a little different because this piece is a lot smaller, but if you're doing like window tint or headlights or something like that, spray it so that way as you're pulling it apart, especially bigger pieces that you're working on, as you pull it apart, by you keeping it wet, that sticky side isn't going to get any dirt, dust, or debris stuck to it, and it'll be a lot easier to move around. Obviously, like I said, something this small isn't really that big of a deal. almost a pretty good cut. Anytime you're working with it or wiping it or anything like that, you want to keep it wet. But now it's somewhat stuck there since I squeegeed the water out in between. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my final cut around just to make it look good. Make sure you keep it wet. That's what she said. Okay, all in all, not too bad. I did bend it a little bit, so it does have a little ripple in it. I can always go back over again and do it again if I don't like it tomorrow after I let it sit for a little bit and see how it looks. But there you go. That's how it looks. I think it looks a lot better. Goes a lot better with the car. Looks pretty good. There is some numbers on that marker, on that side marker, that does make it look a little messed up because it's raised. The letters are raised out. But that's how it looks beforehand. Of course, it's dark over on this side. And there you go after. Pretty simple. Just the biggest thing is make sure you clean the surface very well and take your time. The better and higher quality window tint you buy, the better and easier it's going to come out for you, just in general. Or you can go get smoked side markers for 20 bucks, 30 bucks, whatever they may be for your vehicle. But this is just a cool little appearance mod that you can do on a cheap budget, this is our budget build, so that goes perfect with it. If it doesn't hold up and doesn't last, which it might not considering where it's at, then I'm going to get those wrapped with the taillights, and I'm going to get a banner put on my front top windshield. My buddy got his done earlier this week, so he brought it over and showed me, and I like it, so I'm going to get mine done. But first, I got to get the car moving. So I'm still waiting for the part to come in to try to fix the gauge cluster, so that way it stops drawing power from the battery. I don't know if you've seen in my last video. If you didn't, jump on over and learn how to find out where power is getting drawn from if you keep coming out to a dead battery. It's a good little thing to know. Real quick, I do want to say I have been trying to get out to Test and Tune or to the drag strip, any event, but every single one has been canceled so far for probably almost the past month due to the rain. They just had Test and Tune this past Thursday, and that was canceled. So that was the third Thursday Test and Tune that was canceled due to the weather. They have a race tomorrow, but the car's still not running. I've been keeping the battery disconnected. The battery's fully charged, but that piece that's bad behind the cluster is pulling so much power that it's tricking the car into thinking it doesn't have any power, and it does. But it's just so shot and burnt out. So I think that's the problem of why the car won't start, because I took the battery and put it in my girl's car and it started. So that piece should be here Monday, and then hopefully we can get to the track, and hopefully we can get to the 13s. Just be patient. We'll be back out there. If you liked this video and it helped you, give it a big thumbs up. I appreciate it. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That's how to tint your side markers. Thanks for watching. Till next time, peace.